Good evening, friends and family. Brenda the Alchemist here. Welcome to my channel. Welcome to the Spiritual Fitness Gym, okay? The workout room. Alright, I just got a message about, okay, so Spirit lately has been giving me downloads about wealth frequency, wealth mindset, manifestation, right? Because what human being doesn't want to, you know, have it all, or their idea of wealth and stability and security in their earthly experience, right? Okay, so Spirit wants me to get this truth, okay, this spiritual truth and this spiritual science across to the men on the planet, the masculine energies in the world. Many males, men in the collective have, because of their trauma and their lack of strong, healthy self-esteem and confidence and, awareness, haven't had the great or best examples in interacting and engaging and sharing space with the opposite sex, with women, with females. Okay, so they are the physical protectors and providers of this earthly existence, right? Okay, so everything that is in the physical realm, the financial systems, the work and professional systems, the capitalistic system is highly strongly masculinated. Can we agree? Okay, so being that men who aren't able to feel strong and powerful on an economic and financial and professional aspect, it will affect him showing up and being confident to be a leader and to be a provider, a protector, a partner, to his opposite in a home or family arrangement. Okay, so Spirit wants me to share this spiritual scientific gem of wisdom and truth that could be very helpful to a lot of the men who have been struggling in finding a valuable, qualified, quality mate, and also how that is going to extremely benefit his financial stability and security. Okay, so a lot of men who have had a track record in history and background of pouring into women who weren't abundant, who weren't of value, high value, who weren't of high quality, mentally, emotionally, physically, spiritually. If you would notice, the men who are constantly always showing up and available and supporting women who do not exemplify high levels, high measured, quantified, evident levels of being spiritually valuable, spiritually abundant, well balanced, okay, beautiful in mind, body, and soul, and spirit. And they are very loving and sweet and kind. Okay, they check all of the boxes. They're so well rounded. Okay, they don't lack in any area almost. Okay, they're dang near perfect. Okay. a lot of these women get the short end of the stick some of the time at some point on their journey. And their opposite, okay, who are lacking in the areas where they are strong in, they get everything. Okay, and a lot of the times, the reason why they're getting everything, or it appears like they're getting everything, the male support, the male protection, the male financial provision, the love, affection, attention, adoration, you know what I'm saying, is because they've manipulated their way and position into getting it. Okay, so a man, once he comes into his true power and his strength, and he knows his worth and his value, he will be able to attract and be magnetized towards his counterpart that reflects that same value, level of value, quality, and worth. So it's counterproductive as a man to pour into and to show support in a woman who does not exemplify or does not hold spiritual frequency, vibration, capacity energetically of abundant energy. Because a woman who is not lacking spiritual, she's spiritually rich. Okay, everything, her mental, her heart space, okay, and how she cares for herself and carries herself. She is abundant. Okay, the only thing she's missing is a partner or a protector or a provider. Okay, because she's out here being great and being beautiful, and she has the honey sweetness that life and love provides. Okay, she's well engulfed and embodied in her Venusian energy, but she's out here with no covering, no protector, because all the protectors are tied up with raggedy heifers who got them by the scrotum, or whatever the situation may be, due to, deception, heavy, deep deception, illusion, states of comatose sleep, and lack of awareness. And these are women who are supposed to be connected cosmically. They're both, their divine purpose and their natural duty here is to protect spiritually. But they have a lot of highly potential men captive or spiritually captive for their own selfish benefit. They preyed on their vulnerabilities. They saw that they were broken, hurt, insecure, afraid, scared, not confident, and they took advantage of their lack of awareness and understanding of spiritual things or the spiritual world. That's predatory. And so men who are not available to sow their quote unquote seed, okay, their investment of their time, their resources, their emotions, their affection, their love, their protection, their strength, their power, and it's not being invested in the right woman, okay, the soil, he will not reap a bountiful return or a benefit. It's going to show in his financial health. It's going to show in his mental health. It's going to show in his emotional health. It's going to show in his physical health. As long as he has the right intentions, his heart is in the right place, he means well, he just, went about things the wrong way, due to ignorance and lack of awareness and a lack of healing. He just needs to properly shift do the necessary healing and transformative work so that he can be strong and available for his strong reflection. Because a toxic, unhealthy woman who is devilish and deceptive is not your reflection. Anytime you know you're dealing with a devil or someone who is the evil one, your life will deplete and decrease. They don't add anything to you. In all of your handling, interacting with them, being involved with them, sharing space, time with them. The proof that you're dealing with an evil one is that you will be depleted. You will be decreased. You will be brought down. You won't be built up. They won't add to your peace. They won't add to your health. They won't add to your bliss, your prosperity, your enjoyment, your growth. There has to be growth to know that you are with someone who has divine, um, divine frequency and vibration, not the evil one. Okay, there will be reciprocity. Equal giving and receiving. That's how you will know. That's how you will know. So yeah, when you show up for the women in the world and on this planet that deserve the support, the protection, the provision, the universe and the divine will reward you abundantly. That's balance. That's fair. But this idea can also go deeper than just man woman um, situations, because it's dealing with the divine feminine, divine masculine energy. Anytime you give to true divine feminine energy, that energy that embodies abundance, love, beauty, prosperity, you will get more of these things in return. Now, yes, there are energies and entities on this planet that have been exploiting her energy, prostituting her, and only using it for their own selfish gain. Just think about any type of relationship where someone's feeling like they're just being used like a dirty wash rag or like a throwaway burner in the hood. Like after you use it, you just toss it and throw it away. Divine feminine energy has been used like this in our reality for ages, for times. And her presence, her divine presence and her divine authority has been disappointed and upset. When you start seeing natural disasters and catastrophe and you know what I'm saying, places where it used to be very flourishing and sustenance and bounty, and it starts to dry up. She's like, no, I'm not I'm not showing up for y'all. This is how y'all treat me. It's the same thing. It's the same thing. There's a lot of beautiful, internally, externally women on the planet that are not being acknowledged, not being respected, not being protected. I don't care what culture background she is from. And this is like one of the greatest uh, spiritual crimes and sins that's been happening on the planet. It's like, how are you going to disrespect the life givers, the life bringers, the ones that beautify life, bring beauty and sweetness and and quench the thirst of life with their water, their emotion, their spirit, their creativity, their vulnerability, their healing energy. How are you gonna be disrespect? How dare you? The audacity. A lot of men who have sisters, aunties, cousins, mothers. You know what I'm saying? And that's the thing. We have been conditioned and programmed to treat the ones that don't show up in the right energy to give them all the royal treatment and attention. No, that is backwards. And that is an injustice, and it creates an imbalance in your life and in the world. Direct the energy where the energy is deserving and is merited. Let the universe and let divine justice deal with the ones who have been lying and creating illusions and playing in our face. You just make sure you show up strong and available for those who are reflecting the energy. That's the thing. We've been loving on and supporting the wrong thing and the wrong people, and wondering why we haven't been getting a return on our investment. Okay, so that was my download. That was the message. I hope that this brought clarity and an epiphany, aha moment, or some kind um, to you all. Um, until next time, friends and family. To all the young men and gentlemen and males and masculines in the world. I love you. I appreciate you all. Okay, stay strong. Continue to be strong. Uh, don't falter. Don't waver. And I appreciate your presence and your purpose in this life and on this planet. All right, so continue to be the most healed, highest versions of you. Alchemize your best self for your best life. Until next time, friends and family, on your way out, please hit the like button, subscribe, and share this video with someone who might need to hear it. Okay? Um, until next time, take care. Peace, love, and enlightenment and bliss to you all. Take care. Bye-bye.